Silas and I are with you this morning. Say hi, Silas. He's drinking bottle. So I wanted to do a video on what we've been up to this summer and see what you all have been up to this summer. And I have a really cool resource that I wanted to share with you guys today that has made our summer easier. So we're wearing our Summer Love shirt today. So trying to stay cool in the air conditioning, and we did buy one of those little pools. So we are trying to stay cool because it's hot here in Florida. Anyway, I wanted to share this book with you all. This book is chock full of really amazing ideas for your summer. And not only for your summer, but if you are a homeschooler, you can use these ideas for during your school year. So I don't know if y'all have ever heard of No Greater Joy Ministries, but they have been a complete blessing to us. And I will just add this little caption that we don't necessarily believe 100% of all of how they discipline their children. So I'm just throwing that out there. But they have an amazing ministry. They have an amazing mission ministry, and they have amazing resources. So when it comes to marriage and most child discipline, this is where I go. And I've read a lot of books. So this book is called The Big Book of Homeschooling, and it's by Debbie Pearl. So Debbie is the co-founder of No Greater Joy Ministries, her and her husband Michael run it. And there's tons of videos online, and their daughter Shoshana actually runs the bulk herb store. So if you're an herb loving mama or dad, there are tons of videos on the bulk herb store. If you go on YouTube and just type in bulk herb store, Shoshana is super peppy and very exciting to watch, and she knows a lot about herbs and different remedies that you can use at home. We're falling asleep here. It's nap time. So this Big Book of Homeschooling, I want to show you the table of contents, because this is one of those books that I had always heard of but never really bought or gave a chance because I wasn't really sure. This is one of my favorites. This is a book I don't let leave my home. I love to share my books, but there's a couple that I just can't. So here's the table of contents. This book is divided up. It's very organized into subjects. So, you know, if you want some really cool ideas on science, math, biblical study, spelling, reading, writing, whatever, this book is not full of curriculum. This is more of a life schooling book, which we're all about. And this book also is not a book that has ideas of how to keep your kids busy over the summer, not like rolling marbles down toilet paper tubes. This is a real deal learning book. And so it talks about how this mama was trying to school her 5 children. They have 5 children during the trailblazing time of home education. And so, and this is not a plug for home education, although we do support it wholeheartedly, but this is a video on stuff to do over the summer, so I want you to stay with me on that. And so this is during the trailblazing times of home education when there were no curriculum. There was no ABECA, there was no ACE, there was none of that. And even, well, they existed, but they didn't sell to home educating parents. So they had to kind of do without. They had some dollar store books, and they had the library, and that's what they used. So this is a book of all of Debbie Pearl's ideas that she used on how to have fun and learn with her children without having curriculum, which is our summer, right? We all want to learn and have fun with our kids, but we don't necessarily want to do curriculum, especially if your children are in a traditional school building. So I just wanted to show you, I love book fairs. I love homeschool fairs because you can flip through the books. When you go on Amazon, as much as I love Amazon, you can't flip through anything. You get lucky if you can find a table of contents. But here's just some of the illustrations that are in the book, and they're just chock full of colorful. I'm bottle feeding him right now, so I can't show you everything. All the colorful illustrations, they really did an amazing job. And as a visual learner, because I'm a visual learner, totally not auditory. I wish. That's my husband. He can hear anything. Pass the test. Okay, so here's one of the resource pages, and it's just got page after page of resources on there for you, so that you can use things if you're tech savvy on the computer and you want your kids to do more computer learning. There's that. But each section is divided up into subjects, and they'll have like a little chalkboard there and tell you. But I am going to put this on the blog. I just pray it blesses you all, because I know before I found this book, I was always looking on Pinterest for lists of things to do over the summer to have fun with my kids and enjoy them and learn at the same time. So what I did was I actually took the meat out of the book and just wrote it down. As I read it, I would just write down stuff that I thought was really cool. I didn't write down every single idea, but about 90% of it I did write down, and then I circled all the stuff that I thought was really, really fun. And at the top I put, do a vlog on this, because I just thought, you know, stuff that blesses us, we just love to pass on, and that's what it's all about, right? So we love learning from each other. So I thought, okay, I'll just give you guys a taste, kind of like, you know, when you want your child to read a chapter book and you just read the first chapter just to get their, you know, their appetites whetted for the book. So a couple ideas here for math. Take your kids to the grocery store, give them $3, and see if they can put together a nutritious lunch for themselves. You know, maybe some fruit, vegetables, a meat, or, you know, whatever. And keep them under that budget, or have them go grocery shopping with you and stay under a certain budget. Let's see what else. Playing synonym games. Oh, this one we're totally doing. We're going to take a family vacation here not too long, and we're going to make a family newspaper. So I'm going to go to the store and get each of the kids one of those little, you know, click cameras, and they're going to take pictures of our family vacation, and then they're going to make a family newspaper. So that's fun. Or you could do like a school yearbook of all the different activities you've done. So if you're a homeschool family, you could make it like for the whole year. If you're just doing it for summertime, you could just do it for the summer. So what else? Volunteering at the library to put away the books, getting a good knowledge for the library there. Let's see, read alouds, that's a given. Have little ones write in shaving cream and salt, cut out pictures from magazines to glue, and you can annotate those for narration. Science, okay, obviously everyone's done like the styrofoam balls, right? But if you've never done it, this might be a good time for you to do it. You can make a solar system on the ceiling. You can make a life-size diagram of the human body and write out, you know, what the different parts of the body, the functions are. You could, oh, my 4-year-old is totally into this right now, collecting bugs. We went to Cracker Barrel for breakfast like weeks ago, right after we had Silas, and we found this clearance section, and for 99 cents they had these bug boxes. So I bought a whole bunch of them and some nets at the dollar store, and the kids have just been finding bugs and, well, insects, and putting them on this, again, at the dollar store, a big foam board, and we can label them, and so that's been fun for them. And then that, you know, a study like that could lead into animal kingdoms, where you could talk about the different phylum, genus, species, you know, the whole list of how that goes. Getting involved in your county fair, museums, field trips, the zoo, nature notebooking, I love nature notebooking. And actually finding, like, for your older ones, finding the Latin names for the certain animals is really interesting. You could play darts with a map on the wall, trying to hit certain countries or states. You could make a history film. That is totally cool. We're going to do that. Make a movie with costumes and props. You could invite the neighborhood and pop popcorn. You can make a history record book. Listen to all this fun stuff. Your kids will never say they're bored. You can make a recipe book. That would be really fun. Let's see. Oh, this is one we have been implementing, especially since Silas this year. It took us 6 kids to get here, but we're doing the buddy teams. So having an older child help a younger child, which has been, I mean, just priceless for me, because I can say, okay, you know, I'm feeding the baby, y'all go make lunch, bigger kids help the little kids. So, what else? Older kids can take turns cooking at night. That might lead into making a family recipe book. You know how like you start with one thing and it just leads to another and to another and to another? That's what this book is all about. Volunteering, you could do mailboxes, that you could, you know, take shoe boxes and decorate them, and everybody could have a mailbox, and you could send encouraging notes or Bible verses, little candies or something. Let's see. Chore charts, that's kind of a given. We kind of do that anyway. But just so many neat ideas in this book. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And the life skills in this book are just fabulous. So I'm going to write out all of these for you all and post them on the blog, and you guys are welcome to go through these. And I know for some people summer is like already halfway over, but this is a great resource, and I just wanted to share that with you today. He's asleep, so I'm going to go put him down for a nap, and we're going to go to guitar lessons. All right, everybody have a great day, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer.